to skin?
Not sure.
Do you want to?
Who, me?
Someone sit right there and their hands in the
I do.
Okay, we have a little baby that needs to join the people on the altar.
I didn't want to bring him, but he insists, so I have to bring him.
I saw your message just right before we left.
Yeah.
You sent me a message.
Oh, before. Oh, wow.
Is there room?
Oh, do I want to come? Yeah. But I also want to be here for Bhattacharya.
But he's coming to England.
What I want to do is expand the alternative. I'm working on it.
How about on top of the speaker there? Would it fit? Or is that too far away?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I said he will not 100%. That means they'll be there at the same time as well, at the end of October.
Oh, okay, since you haven't started.
Okay, we're beginning now with Mangalacharan.
Okay.
Glory's present here today.
Right here.
That's good. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamshta Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayanitti Namine Shri Krishna Leela Khatane Sudaksham Audarya Madhurya Gunaishchayaktam Vanam Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tam Shirasha Namami Trigandinam Bhakta Shiromanim Cha Shri Krishna Pada Jupataika Hridye Chaitanya Lilamrita Sarasaram Narayanam Tam Satatam Prapadye Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
स्वामी नित्यनामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय गौरप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्री श्रीमद्भक्तिप्रज्ञान केशवाय नामिने अजीमत्यक्षरित्राय सश्रितानञ्च पालिने जीवदुःखे सगताय श्रीनाम प्रेमदायिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती नामिने श्रीवर्षभानुवी देवी गणिताय कृपाभये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान गहिरे प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्ज्वल प्रेमज्ञान श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिदा श्रीगौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमस्ते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्ते दिनतारिणे रूपानुगविरुद्धाप सिद्धान्तध्वन्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षाद्वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्भरसम्बोधे पदम्बुजायते नमः नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते गौराविर्भावभूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सजनप्रिय वैष्णव सर्वभौमश्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंहो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जयतं सुरतोपङ्गो मम मन्दमते गति मत्सर्वस्वपदम्बोज राधामदनमोहनो दिव्यवृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमद श्रीमद्रत्नागारसिंहासनस्थ श्री श्रीराधा श्रीरगोविन्ददेव प्रेष्ठाभिः सेव्यमानो स्मरामि श्रीमन्द्रसरसारम्भि वंशिवततस्थितः कर्षन्मेनुस्वनर्गोपि गोपीनाथश्रेयस्तु नः वृन्दाय तुलसीदेव्यै भक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. কথা বিচারে কিছু নাহি পায় তোমার করুণা সার করুণা না হইলে কাঁদিয়া কাঁদিয়া রাধিব আরো গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করুণে দাস কৃষ্ণ পেখায়ছি Motivational talk. ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর নিদাসে করুণা করি ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর দাসে করুণা পদ ছায়া শোধো হে আমারে দিয়া পাদ ছায়া শোধো হে আমারে তোমার চরণ ধরি তোমার চরণ ধরি ছায় রে গদৌরি ছায় দোষ শোধি ছায় গুণ দেহ দাসী ছয় সত সঙ্গ দেহ হে আমারে ছয় সত সঙ্গ দেহ হে আমারে বসেছি সঙ্গে রাশি বসেছি সঙ্গে রাশি একাকী আমার নহি পাইবা হরি নাম সংকীর্তনে একাকী আমার તમારો શાંતિ છે
sorry, 58.
Somebody else helping?
Oh yeah, all about it for the jobs.
You can tell?
Yeah, so you can just
Nitai pada kamala Koti chanda sushi kala
Nitai pada kamala Koti chanda sushi kala
Jechaya jagat Nitai no bolila mukhe Bodhila samsara sukhe Nitai no bolila mukhe Bodhila samsara sukhe Nidda kore kikyo Nitai pada pasarina Ahankare matahaya Nitai pada pasarina Satyare satya kori mani Satyare satya kori Raja Radha Krishna Bhave Nikaya Karuna Bhave Raja Radha Krishna Bhave Doro Nitai Charane Dukhani Charana Dukhani Vitara Charana Satya Dahara Seva Kanitra Vitara Charana Satya Dahara Seva Kanitra Nitai pada sodo koro asha Nitai pada sodo koro asha Narottama bodo duki Nitai more koro suki 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 Akoranga charane radhasha Akoranga charane radhasha Akoranga charane radhasha Akoranga charane radhasha Nitai padaka anakoti chandra sushi Nitai padaka anakoti chandra sushi Nitai padaka anakoti chandra sushi Nitai padaka Nitai Jagadguru Nitai Nitai
song that every time I hear it, I think of you two.
Oh, hey, baby, talk to the Buddha.
There's one, when you sing it, you think of like Goranga.
No,
Just
I
joking.
I don't think of Goranga at all.
Think of Gurudev.
It must be Gora Fahu Navajaya Mainu, because that would be.
No, but one time I heard you guys sing this song, and I was like, wow, just floating, you know.
Oh, that's very nice. Very precise. I think you're
What page that is?
270.
Well, I'm just concerned with her.
Which will about?
Ah.
Yeah, when you sing that.
No, not too much, no. Just so
No,
Yeah.
then the whole name in the head of Crow. The Crow is back. What we got
that we
there?
can actually be good for this kind of salad.
Didi.
That's it.
Haribol, is there a camera here? Hamsagati Prabhu is calling me to tell me to lower the camera. Where is that it? Oh, that's it right there.
Okay, Krishna Deva Bhavan.
Yeah, really. Is that better?
Page 343.
All right.
Krishna Deva
Is that it? Is that better?
Okay.
Usually the next one.
341.
I think it's two. So. Nope.
341.
Old book is.
Yeah.
Is it looking too?
Yeah.
It's always been blocked. It's not there. It's not there. No, you'll get the other songs. They're really good songs, true. Sounds beautiful.
Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Nam
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि श्री गुरुदेव की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गुरु परंपरा की जय नमो भक्त की जय साई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
This is your home road show?
and one there.
And Socrates.
Yes.
They are the road show.
And this one.
They were in New Jersey.
I used to travel with them all over the world. Now it's only in America. But there was a time when different temples even were asking me, can you have them? We want to keep them. And so I went to Gurudev and I said, Sri Gurudev, when we go to so many places, devotees and even mandirs are asking if they can keep Prabhuji. And I said, is it that they don't want to stay with me anymore? Should I give them? And he said, because as we travel, I can't do proper seva. I can't do artis for them. I can't arrange for them to have baths. I can't do these things, so I make so much seva aparad. And then Gurudev said, no, don't worry for this thing. He said, they want to go with you everywhere, all around the world, and they want to see their devotees everywhere you go. And he said, so you should keep them with you and, travel with them. And then he said, so don't worry for seva aparad, don't worry for this thing. And he said, but they shouldn't fast.
Yeah.
He said, so even when you're traveling on the plane, in the airport, in the car, he said, always, and he like in my pocket, he said, always keep some dried fruit and some nuts so that they don't fast. He said, only this, make sure.
Very nice.
Oh. So I tried to take
I
them.
remember when they came to Jayashrie's house.
Yeah,
That was so nice.
yeah. They're really extraordinary and very sweet. And if you serve them, they come in your dreams and they steal your heart. It's pretty frightening.
Let me make that
It's
sound.
pretty frightening.
Frightening?
It's frightening.
I thought you said brightening.
That too. It's frightening and frightening.
Why is it frightening? Because they're so real.
Because they're independent, and I know that if devotees serve them nicely, they might not come back to me, and that frightens me, because if somebody serves them well, they have relationship. And sometimes I'm afraid, so I try to keep them in places where it's almost difficult for the devotees to care for them, so that they're not too attached.
It's also frightening when they reciprocate. If they come in your dreams and reciprocate, you develop attachment for them.
Yeah.
And what happens from that, you know that bhajan by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bandhu Sange Jarita Varanga Parihas. If you care anything for your worldly attachments, your friends, your relationships in this world, whatever you do, don't go to Vrindavan. And if you go to Vrindavan, then whatever you do, don't go to Keshigat. And if you happen to go there, whatever you do, don't look upon the face of Govinda. Everything will be ruined. And in there they have a little, parentheses, Thai Moramani Bodhapras. This is my greatest fear.
And by the way, what he's speaking right now, this picture of Gurudev I took at Keshigat in 1996 when we went on parikrama with Gurudev. And we had gone to Keshigat and he began explaining this. Whatever you do. Yes.
Krishnadas sang the song and then Gurudev was explaining.
And he said, whatever you do, don't come to Keshigat. And we were all laughing, ha ha ha. And Gurudev was laughing at all of us. So you're laughing now. You don't know. And then he said, and whatever you do, don't go to see Govindaji. And then we went to see Govindaji and he was tricking us. But as far as reciprocation, I think it was maybe 3-4 years ago, we were traveling throughout the United States with them. And we went to Chicago. And when we went to Chicago, we were in this little storefront. And I had them sitting on a beautiful altar. And this man came in and he looked at them. And he offered pranam to them and he was just looking at them and looking. And then he came to me and he said, are those your deities? And I said, yes. And he said, okay. And he walked out the door. He didn't stay for the program. He just left. So then, the next night,
Came back?
he came back. But he came to another place, and he had a hat on, and he was dressed in jeans and a flannel shirt, and he had a, not him, he had an envelope.
A half jeans and flannel shirt.
I didn't say that because of other So he came to this other place, and he had a white envelope in his hand, and he had tears in his eyes, and he said, "This is for you." And he said, "A couple of weeks before you came, I had a dream of your deities. It was them." And he said,
He had never seen them before.
he said, "They told me to give you this." And he was crying. He said, "I don't know why, but they told me I have to give you this." And then he handed me the envelope, and I said, "Well, can I give you some CDs, or can I give you something?" And he said, "No, I'm a truck driver. I have to go, and I'm leaving right now." And he left. And I never get white envelopes like that anyway, but what to speak of from my talk orgies. So I ran into the bathroom, and I opened them like, what did they tell him to give? And there was $650, and we never get donations like that. I mean, wow. So I was like, uh-oh.
That's sannyasi level.
So when we were finished with the program, we were in the car leaving, and I said, "Kishori, that man, he gave me this envelope, and there's $650 in it." And I told him the story about Thakurji, and I said, "Keep it separate. We're going to need it for something. I don't know what, but we're going to need it." And he said, "Okay." So we kept it separate. The next place we go to is Boston. We arrive in Boston, and our car... Yes, it was that year.
Yeah, I remember that.
So the car broke down, and the devotees there said, "Look, we'll get a collection together and see what we can do to help you." And the car was brought in, and we needed brakes and tires and all kinds of
And
things.
radiator.
So it was a lot of money. And the devotees came up with about exactly $650. And we were like, okay, that's kind of a strange number again. When we went to pick the car up, it was exactly, not a penny less or a penny more, $1,300.
Wow.
And I was completely shocked, and we were like, well, did they arrange that, or did it happen because they gave that? You know, that Thakurji, they told this person out of the blue to give this money.
Before in a dream.
Yes, in a dream. He'd never seen them before, but he just sat in front of
And he
them.
said it was them. It was them.
And then later, maybe 2 years later, we saw him in Alachua, and he was
What's
in the
his name?
temple.
Russian devotee?
Yeah.
Polish.
Oh my God! I know them. Yeah, I know them.
Polish.
Yeah,
And
Polish.
so we
Polish
saw him in Alachua, and we were like telling this story, and then afterwards he came in the temple, and I told him, and he said, "Yes, I you know, they told me to give, I don't know why." And I said, "Well, you don't know the rest of the story." And so then I told him how the car broke down, and he was just so happy. They came to me, and this
I
happened.
remember
So,
that.
yeah. So they reciprocate. They do, and we've seen it so
And his
many
wife?
times.
Yeah, we went to their house.
Polish truck
That
drivers.
Polish truck driver. Boomy Party and I, we went to his house. We did this thing called a Bud Billiken parade. And we went to the ISKCON temple, and we made this huge feast. And then we had a huge juggernaut on the back of a pickup truck, and we joined the parade. And it was televised in 7 states. I think like 2 million people were there. And we joined the kirtan. And then the next day after that, we went to this devotee's house that same year. We invited us to his house and made kirtan.
Very
That was
special.
amazing. That was
Yeah.
such an amazing thing.
I was
And
very
then moved
surprised.
to Alachua, I remember that.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, they've
Wow.
reciprocated, and we've also found that, you know, when Srila Gurudev told us to travel and preach, especially when it was without the other Vaishnava who we were traveling with. For many years, we were with another devotee, Vishaka Didi, and she stopped traveling and preaching, and Gurudev told us to continue. And I said, "Gurudev, can we go with any other preacher?" He said, "Why should I split my preaching? I want more." And we were really afraid, and I was particularly afraid, and we didn't want to do it. We didn't want to go and preach on our own. And so Srila Gurudev said, "If you do not continue to travel and inspire on my behalf, then you will lose your kirtan."
Oh.
And he said, but if you follow my order and travel and inspire on my behalf, your kirtan will do everything. And then he kind of flicked us away and said, now go and come back with your answer.
He said, make your decision and let me know tomorrow, something like that.
So then we called the next morning because he said, he said that we would lose our kirtan. He said, we've never attained real kirtan. Golokera prema dhana harinama. He said, we haven't even attained it. It'd be horrible to lose it before then. So then we decided, okay, we'll do it. So we called Gurudev, and Rajana Prabhu said, no, he wants you to come and tell him yourself. He wants to see you. So then we went to see Gurudev, and he said, well, and we said, okay, we'll travel and we'll preach. And he said, I want this new thing. He said, everywhere we go, it's brahmacharis and sannyasis going to the householders. He said, but it will be very inspiring for them to see a husband and wife traveling and preaching. It will be very inspirational.
Yes.
So then we began to do it, and we saw that even when we were down to our last paisa, we were completely cared for. Tell what happened in Fiji.
We had to buy our round-the-world tickets, so we made a collection from around the world. Everyone paid into the account so that we could buy 3 round-the-world tickets. And at that time, I mean, we didn't have anything left over. Whenever we would see Gurudev, we'd just give him the rest of what we had. So at that point, we bought the round-the-world tickets, and they said, oh, you're 50 cents too short.
We were going door to door selling our CDs to people that we didn't know, begging them.
And so we were 50 cents short, and we're like, where are we going to get 50 cents from? And somehow she found a 50-cent piece in her bag, and we gave it to them, and that was it. And so we were like, okay, we're going to India with nothing. We had our tickets, and we had a 10-hour layover in New Zealand. And so when we arrived in New Zealand, the people there, they asked us if we would do a program. We said, sure. They had invited all of their Christian friends, because the Christians had come to a program that we did in Fiji, and they're like, you need to preach to the Hindus about one supreme God. They were interested in us preaching to the Hindus for that purpose alone. So all these Christians came to the program, and we spoke on Bhajapuremana, and afterward they were all coming up and giving us these little bags full, you can hear it like money. And we're like, would you like anything? Would you like any seating? No, we won't listen, but you're doing God's work, so we appreciate what you're doing.
They called us missionaries. You're missionaries. You're God's people here.
And so we did a collection. We did the counting. It was like 650.
No, it wasn't.
Something like that. New Zealand dollars.
It was like $600.
And so immediately after that, it was the layover was over. We went to India. And we thought, great, now we have a donation for Gurudev. So we gave him the 650.
Like, it's from Christians, Gurudev, here!
And then as soon as we walked out of that meeting with Gurudev, someone from Switzerland came up to us and said, oh, we wanted to give you the donation to come to Switzerland in advance. Here's 600 euros. And we're like, wow, huh. Okay, so Gurudev and Krishna were taking care. We realized that. Gurudev told us in the beginning, in 1998 and 99, when he told us in Kartik time that we should travel and preach, we were a little bit like, we don't know anything, no one knows us, we have no capacity, and we thought, nice, yeah, okay, yeah, you should travel. He said you should make a team, you three, me, Sudevi, and Vishaka, make a team and travel and preach. We thought, that's a nice sentiment. Gurudev tells everyone they should preach. So we're like, great. Then we went to see him at the end of Kartik, we had books with us, and Gurudev said, what are you still doing here? We said, oh, we're studying so we can travel and preach. And Gurudev's like, no, what you know now, go and preach. And we're like that. And then right after that, we went to Australia, and then we were on our way back to Fiji, where we had a big farm that we were managing and looking after. And when we saw Gurudev in Australia, Sudevi went to see him at his place.
I didn't